I wonder how many of us start to get worried or nervous or edgy as we start to move towards Advent and Christmas, or the Black Friday deals, and starting to think about presents and meeting family, assuming we have family, that is. In our story today, I don't know quite what to think about it. Clearly, it's a huge rift in Joseph's family. He's been treated appallingly, been sold into slavery because of jealousy. And this whole sibling rivalry thing is not new to humanity, is it? Usually, the dreadful response of one person to another is driven by their own insecurities, by the place that they're in. And it doesn't matter what you've done, you might find yourself being attacked or treated badly, and you really don't know why. But it's really interesting here, isn't it? Clearly at the heart of Joseph's thinking is that he still loves his family. He still wants to reach out to them. But he also seems to understand that you can't simply repair that break overnight. You can't simply expect somebody to go, oh, great. Because in the hurt, there is shame and there is deep held worries, and we can see that in this passage. You know, the brothers are sort of worried that they're going to end up with almost a karma type situation, and I think there's quite a lot of that in the old Jewish faith, this idea that if you do the wrong thing that God will punish you. So Joseph doesn't just welcome them in. And arguably, he's pretty big, isn't he, not to just throw his toys out the pram when he sees them. And there's something about the strength of family ties and things like that here as well. But he doesn't simply welcome them. He packs them off with food and he puts the silver back in their bag, but he's also locked them away for 3 days and called them liars. He's called them out on all sorts of fronts. And when they find they've got the silver back in their bags, they're worried because they wonder whether they're going to be shopped for stealing the silver back. And, Joseph seems to know this. So he plays on all their fears and weaknesses, and he knows what they're like. But underneath it, somehow, he still wants his family back. And I suppose my reflection is that we're human beings. It's very hard for us to simply do the love thine enemy thing without any sort of baggage associated with it. Joseph finds a way of moving towards getting his brothers to recognise their own guilt, their own shame. But he also moves towards it in a real way, towards reconciliation. His heart clearly is somehow in a place where he wants to reconcile with his family. So if you've got somebody in your life today where there is a rift, perhaps our message might be to try and open our hearts to that forgiveness, however hard it is, and think about how we might move another step, just a step this week, towards reconciliation. I pray that we can find the strength and the heart and the love to do that. Amen.